Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Rampage Reviews. I'm Rampage and today I'll be reviewing my very first Gundam model kit, the high grade 1-100 Wing Zero. This model came out in 1995. It goes for 1500 yen. I got mine off of eBay for 16 euros and 32 cents with shipping. Okay, for colors, well, you can obviously see the ones that are on the kit. Now, I should mention I didn't use any of the stickers, I just painted all of that stuff on, and seeing as this is my very first kit, I didn't do that good of a job on it, so you'll have to forgive me on that one. So let's start off with the stickers here. I get this small sticker sheet, get the golden ones that go on the wing binders here. You get the eyes, which I didn't use, the blue that goes on these gold vents here, all are supposed to. Get these green parts that go into these small spots right here, and then these white parts are for the shield. Now, colors that you don't get any stickers for, this part right here is supposed to be gray, and I painted some white underneath the shoulders right here. You don't get any stickers for that. And I did the inside of the wing binders white as well. Oh wait, this part up here, this part is molded in white. Now, for accessories you get a beam saber. It's all clear green. You have to paint the white part here at the end, but I like it better like this than a whole white one. You have to pay green. You also get the Buster rifle. The handles can move down. You get it all in this kind of dark gray. You have to paint the rest on. And they split apart to form these two separate Buster rifles. Although, after a while, the handle did get a bit loose on one rifle, so that might be a problem. You also get the shield, which the head slides out. These are all separate parts with the gold and the clear green, but the red part is, well, one giant big red part. You get stickers for the top and the sides here, but you'll have to do the rest white yourself, as well as the little white edge on the gold part right here. So no stickers for that one. Now you also get these clear green effect parts, which you get with all the Gundam Wing high grades, and these ones are used in the bird mode, so can't show it right now. Well, for detail, you don't get a lot in terms of the parts or colors. What you do get, however, are panel lines. Lots and lots of panel lines on the legs, on the wings, all over the kit actually. The head also has a lot, including on the back side. There are a lot of panel lines, and not all of them are, well, easy to do. They are sometimes a bit shallow, and it's not the easiest kit in the world to panel line, so let's just leave it at that. Okay, posability. The head goes down a bit, but not much up. It does rotate, goes at 360, but I'm not gonna do it. The arms go up that much. Shoulders bend a bit, not a lot, although you can see they are separate from the arms. And the legs, well, they're terrible. That's about as much as you'll get. Forwards a bit, backwards a bit, and the wings just fell off, which they really like to do. And if you fold the ankle down too far, the back of the leg splits open, which is mainly supposed to be for the transformation, but that doesn't look good when you have it up on an action base with the legs, with the feet down a bit. That just doesn't look good. Now, the wings can move at the joint right here where they mount to the backpack, in and out. And they can also move at the other joint, up, down. They can rotate a bit. They can also rotate at the backpack. You can slide them open and fold them out, and again they rotate a bit at that joint. And as you can see, it holds the Twin Buster rifles well, although I had to pose this one a bit weird because if I pose it like this, yeah, that's the loose handle right there. That just doesn't look good. With the Buster rifle put together, you can see it can still hold it, but if you just put it like that, it droops down. You have to put it a bit up for him to hold on to it, but even then it will start to droop after a while. The shield has a little round peg right here, and there are holes on both of the arms on Wing Zero, so you can just pop it in right here, and at first glance he appears to hold it quite good, but you will notice that it starts to drop after a couple of hours or maybe even a day or two. Now, as you saw earlier, the wings tend to fall off and they're quite heavy, so balancing this thing can be a bit of a problem. The legs aren't much helpful either, and in order to really utilize the weapons in any sort of pose, you have to support the beam rifle up by the shield like I did here. And you can get some nice poses, but it will be tricky unless you use an action base, which will make it a tiny bit easier. Now, underneath these white parts on the shoulders here, you get these tiny little shoulder Vulcans, and you can lift off the white parts to reveal them, and there's some nice detail in there, but there's not really a mechanism, so if you want to have them half open or so, you're gonna have to cheat a bit with these white parts. Now, you do get the thrusters and little flaps underneath on the shoulders, and they can move. They can actually go into the shoulder right here. The shoulders themselves also open up, and this little panel opens up as well to reveal a little blue beam saber that you could paint, but it doesn't even look like the real beam saber. I mean, look at the size difference between the real beam saber handle and the tiny one in the shoulder right there that you do get on both sides. Now, of course, the main gimmick on this thing is the Neo Bird mode, its transformation, and now you can see the clear green parts right here, how they're supposed to work, although I'm not a big fan of it. It looks a bit like it's whooshing through the air, but I don't like it. It's too much for me. You can see the thrusters here that pop out of the feet. The legs are pretty complicated, but the entire upper part here is held down by the wings, so they tend to fall off. But overall, not that bad. Yeah, pretty nice. You can see the head and the hollowness of the shield underneath here though. But overall, it looks pretty good. Now, as for looks, well, the proportions are a bit off here and there. The wings aren't exactly as long as I think they should be. The colors aren't exactly true to the anime as well. I mean, the white is more of a light gray, and of course the gold instead of the yellow parts. But that being said, if you get this thing into a right kind of pose, it does look pretty good. Now, I may be a bit sentimental about this guy, seeing as he's the first model I've ever built, but I really like it. Any Gundam Wing fan should have this thing on his shelf. I mean, yes, it looks horrible right out of the box, but with a bit of effort and a lot of panel lining, you can make this guy look pretty decent, and seeing as there's no master grade, this is the best Wing Zero you can get. Okay, to wrap up, I'll be giving the Wing Zero its final points, and for color 7, accessories, 7.5, detail 6, posability 5, gimmick 7, look 7.5, my opinion 8, and that brings us to a final score of 68.6%. And that brings the Wing Zero all the way to the first place in my Gunpla top 5. Well, at least for now, seeing as there's no other kit in it yet. Well, this was my review, and see you guys next time.